What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another box breakdown. This is box breakdown number 13. This box is full of some really awesome baits that I know is gonna catch you guys some fish. So let's go over all of them and let's break them down. You got your sticker for the month, Fish Guy Fishing Co. with the American flag fish. Love this one here. You got your box breakdown showing you exactly what you have inside, and its value to this month's value is $61. And don't forget, join the Facebook group by scanning that QR code right there. Exclusively available to mystery box buyers. Now let's get into the good stuff and see what we have inside. Up first, we have a nice topwater, the Fire Strike. Up next from X Zone, you got the 5-inch true center stick in a super awesome natural color. You got the hooks to pair with it right there, Lunker Hunt 4.0 offset worm hooks. You got another pack of soft plastics. This is the Bruiser Baits Triple Shad, an awesome bait right here. You got the Shimmer Shad jerk bait. You also have a really awesome deep cranking lure right there, the Terminator. Something I'm really pumped up about this month is the Lunker Hunt Frog. This is the Lunker Frog. It's an ICAST award-winning bait. Wait till you guys see when I break this out of the packaging, the action on this guy, the legs that it has. The fish have been just destroying it. And last but certainly not least, you got the venom right there. So that is everything that is in your box. Now we're gonna go through each lure and I'm gonna talk to you guys how you should fish them. We're gonna start off right here with the Lunker Frog. I'm gonna show you guys this thing in action because we got a big fish sitting along the bank right here. Make a nice long cast along the bank. I'm gonna pull it into the area I need it, and it's just a steady little retrieve like this and popping. Popping, popping, popping. Pause it. Pop, 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 pop. Pause it. He's on it. Pop, pop, pop. Just like that. That's how you fish it, baby. Just like that. Big one. Oh my God. Oh, dang, I thought it was gonna be a big bass. That is just how good that lure is, you guys. Holy cow. Tell me that lure is not good. You can't even see it in his mouth. He choked that thing. So when we're out bass fishing around here, we have to deal with these snakeheads. So look at that right there. Now tell me that bait right there is not gonna be a fish catching machine. So there you guys have it. You guys can obviously tell this thing is a fish catching machine. First cast of the morning. This is the Lunker Hunt Lunker Frog. And take a look at the action you have on those legs right there. You're just popping it and it just looks like a jumping frog. The thing to remember with a frog is fish it where you think frogs would be. So this bait really shines in if you come up to a spot and there's heavy vegetation like lily pads or any sort of vegetation in the grass. Don't think it's not fishable. You have a weedless frog right here inside of your box that you can just cast out there. And really the name of the game is treat it like it's a frog. You want it to make it look like it's a frog. So for me, the best way I like to fish a frog is I'm just popping it, let it pop, let it swim, pause it. Let it sit there for a second or two. Bring it in, pop, 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 pause it. And the best time really to pause it is if you have a little opening in lily pads. So let's say I make a long cast, there's a bunch of lily pads. You pull it over the lily pads, it's just bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Once you get it over that little open water, bring it through there quick, but stop it right before the lily pads. And a lot of times, that's where you're gonna get your bite. So use this topwater frog right here in areas with a lot of vegetation along the bank. Out in the middle of a lake, it doesn't really matter. If you think it's not fishable because you're gonna get hung up, this thing right here is weedless. It's gonna be an awesome, awesome bait for you guys. The next lure we're gonna talk about is the Fire Strike. Another topwater bait. You guys can tell this one is not gonna be fished in areas like the frog. You got exposed treble hooks, so you need to have open water, clean water. Best time of day to fish it is low light periods, although you can catch some fish on topwater during the day, but I'm gonna show you guys how to work it. Gonna make a nice long cast, and this is a walk the dog type lure. So really all it is just a twitching of the rod like this and reeling simultaneously. And ideally you want that lure to just be darting side to side, left and right. You can mix in a pause. Really you gotta figure out what the fish want that day. Sometimes they want it going really quick if they're really fired up. Other days they want it really, really slow. So make long, long casts and just reel and twitch and mix in a pause. And if you see fish feeding on the surface, you gotta observe the fish's behavior. If you're seeing a lot of commotion on the surface, fish blowing up, that's when you wanna tie on the Fire Strike. Moving along right into our soft plastics. This is the Bruiser Baits Triple Shad, and it is an awesome awesome bait. You rig this thing up with the hooks that are supplied in the box, the Lunker Hunt 4-rows. I got one tied on right now. I'm gonna show you guys how to rig this up. You got your 4-row, you got your bait. This part right here with the slit is the bottom of the bait. You're gonna start with that facing you. You got your 4-row right here. You're gonna go right dead center of the bait. And I'm gonna show you guys just about how far to put that in. Boom. I like to put it right until it starts to make that curve. Pop that hook out right back towards you, just like that. Slide it up over the eye of the hook. Get it up there. Now, what you gotta do here is twist the bait, just like that, and slide it up past that hook, just like there. And you have a little groove in the hook where that bait is supposed to sit. Now you have your hook and your bait sitting side by side. Go in between the slit, just like that, and then pop it out. And there you have it. You got a rigged, ready to fish triple shad. So right now the hook is exposed. You guys can see it. So if you're fishing in open water like we are here, that's totally fine. But if you're fishing in areas where you need it to be weedless, you can just take that barb of the hook and just push it into the bait just like that. And now, you know, you're not gonna get hung up. So now let's talk about how to fish this thing. This is a super easy bait to fish, as well as a lot of these other ones inside of here. This box is made for everyone to be successful, whether if you're a beginner or an avid angler, this box is for you. Make a long cast. I like to let it sink down to the bottom. Once it's down to the bottom, it's super easy. It's a twitch, pause. That's all it is. It's a twitch, pause. So twitch, pause, let it fall back down. Twitch, pause. Twitch, pause. And all that bait's doing is just starting back and forth. Now, some days they like it like this. Twitch, pause, twitch, pause. Other days they like it really slow. Twitch, let it fall back down to the bottom. Twitch, let it fall back down to the bottom. It's all about figuring out what the fish want that day. No 2 days are alike. Some days they might want it ripping really quick. Other days they might want it really slow. So just try out each method. Whichever method you get your first bite on, that's typically what the fish are gonna be wanting that day. So just stick to that. Oh, there we go. Just like that. Twitch, pause, baby. Look at that thing. Really skinny fish, man. He needed this meal. There you guys have it on the triple shad right there. He didn't think twice. If he was fat, he'd be like maybe a 2-pound fish. Super skinny. There you guys have it. Twitch, pause method shown in action, catching fish. Up next, we got the X-Zone 5-inch true center stick worm. I'm gonna show you guys how to rig this puppy up. Same exact thing as the triple shad. You got 2 sides of the worm. You got a dark spot and you got a lighter spot. This spot right here is the bottom of the bait. Really fish it any way you want, but to me, that's the best way to do it. You're gonna go right in the top of the bait. As soon as you start to get to that bend, pop that hook out, push it and twist it. So you're gonna twist the hook and push the worm up, get it past the eyelid on that little notch right there, that little groove to hold your bait. Measure it out. Okay, the hook point should come out right about there. Go right inside. And there you guys have it, a rigged worm. Now, for me, I always like to stick the top of the hook in there just to make that bad boy weedless. So there you guys have it, a rigged worm right there. Now to fish the worm, the big thing with this one is patience, okay? You're not gonna fish this one very fast. You're gonna cast it out there, let it go all the way down to the bottom. Once you hit the bottom, it could be a 10-second count, could be a 2-second count, kind of just depends wherever you're fishing. Maybe, like my lake here is probably 12 feet in the middle. Maybe your lake is 5 feet, maybe your lake's 25 feet. Just let it go down to the bottom. Once you feel it hit the bottom, all you're gonna do is just pull that worm slowly back to you like this. Couple pops, let it fall back down to the bottom. Reel your slack in, couple pops, and a lot of the times when it's falling back down to the bottom, that's when those fish are gonna bite it. You're gonna feel a little tap on your line, you're gonna reel down, and you're just gonna set that hook. So cast it out there, let it sink down to the bottom, twitch that worm, it's gonna jolt like that, and then it's gonna go back down to the bottom. Boom, boom, let it fall back down to the bottom. Up next, we got the Terminator. This bait right here, I don't know what it is about it. I just think it looks so freaking cool. Take a look at this guy right here. This is a crankbait, so super easy to fish. It's a deep diving crankbait. You got a little bit longer of a bill, so this thing is just gonna be digging down there. just shaking side to side, ripping it through. So I'm gonna show you guys where you tie it on. All right, so you got a little split ring right there on the top. Come here, dude. There you go, just like that. You're gonna tie your bait right there. I'll actually show you guys how I tie it. This is called a uni knot. You put your line through, you give yourself a little tag. This is your main leader, this is the tag end. You're just gonna go around like that and pinch it. So now you got two things, and you're just gonna wrap the tag around the two pieces of line in and out of the hole. I do about 5 times. Pull that tag in, you get a little knot there, give it a little spit, just like that, and pull it down just like that. Cut your tag end and you're ready to fish. To fish the Terminator, long cast, let it hit the water. It's gonna sit there and float on the surface. In order to get it down, you just gotta straight crank it. That's all you have to do with this bait, is literally just straight reel it. That's all you're gonna be doing, is straight cranking, and you're just gonna see your rod tip just wiggling, and that bait is going to be down there just going absolutely freaking bonkers. If you think the fish are a little bit deeper, that's when you're gonna wanna fish this bait, because it's gonna get you down into that strike zone where those big fish are sitting. The big thing with this bait is getting the right speed. So if you're reeling a little bit too fast, the bait's gonna start turning and swimming in one direction. But if you're swimming it just right, at the correct speed, it's gonna be swimming dead straight and just wobbling side to side. So find that right speed, and this thing, you're gonna be catching fish with this thing all day long. This right here is the Shimmer Shad. This is a lure that was in one of the very first boxes we ever did. I think it was one of the first 3. This is just a little bit bigger of a version. You guys were raving over it. You loved it. So many of you guys caught a bunch of fish on it. You said, Jack, I lost it. I hung it in a tree. Can you please put another one? Well, it is back in a bigger version, and this lure is, it quite honestly might be my favorite lure in the box this month. All these hard baits are really fished kind of the same, but you just throw this guy out, and this is a very slow sinking jerk bait. So it's gonna sink very, very, very slow, but really all you're gonna do it, you can straight reel it, and you're gonna see it. You can reel this thing pretty freaking quick, and it's just gonna stay on course. I mean, this thing is just gonna rip on through there, or you can fish it a little bit slower. You can do a little bit slower of a retrieve, something like this. It's a very versatile bait, little slower retrieve, or you can twitch the rod, boom, boom, really quick, boom, boom, and it's just gonna dart and be really, really throwing off a lot of shine. So if you wanna fish it like a jerk bait, all you're gonna do is let it sink down there, twitch, twitch, pause, and it's just gonna sit there. Twitch, twitch, pause. So you really got to figure out what the fish want that day. They might want it twitch, twitch, paused. They might want it reeled really quickly, or they might want it reeled slowly. This is a versatile bait, fish it like a jerk bait, or just straight retrieve it. This bait is mwah, mwah. Up next, we got the Venom. This is the last bait that we're going over today, and we are finished with box 13, getting ready to roll right into 14. This bait is fished just like the Shimmer Shad. You got 3 treble hooks on this one. Some guys like to remove this middle one. Me personally, I leave it on. I don't mind having 3 treble hooks whatsoever, but you're gonna fish it the exact same. It's just a little bit different body style. It's a little bit longer of a lure and a little bit thinner of a lure towards the tail, so sometimes just that slight change will help you get more bites. So you're gonna fish it really exactly the same. My favorite way to fish it is just a nice steady retrieve. If the fish are acting really, really explosive that day, I will twitch it and pause it. I will twitch it and pause it and kind of just let it dart side to side, but it's fished exactly like the Shimmer Shad. So there you guys have it. Box 13 breakdown is complete. Shout out to last month's winner, Bridget Gibson. We're sending you last month's prize to your door, so get ready. You got your fishing reel coming your way. This month, we're gonna give away this reel right here. Obviously, just a brand new version. It's a Shimano Sedona 2000. It's my go-to little pond reel that I have. It's an amazing reel, so all you gotta do to win it is catch a fish using our box, take a picture holding your fish and holding the box, post it on Instagram, tag us at @the_fishguys, and share it into the Facebook group, and you might be winning just like Bridget Gibson. Good luck fishing to everyone this month. You guys have any questions at all, leave it down below on this video or share it into the Facebook group, and I'll get back to you guys. Good luck out there and happy fishing.